How's it going, everybody? This is Justin Fatica, and I'm here to encourage you. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel, the Justin Fatica YouTube channel. Get us up to over 1,000 subscribers, and that'll be a big encouragement because you'll get inspiration, hopeful videos, be able to check in on what we've got going on. We're making a difference all across this great nation. Now, who thinks the planet needs more encouragement? I mean, seriously, everywhere you go, what are people saying? They're saying, look at our country. They're saying, look at our young people. They're saying, have you seen the economy? They're saying, look, why am I in this mess? Why all this depression? What about all of the people that are suffering? Everyone around is going, oh man, I was just in a gas station yesterday, and I'm sitting there at a gas station. I go, how you doing? And the guy, you thought he was ready to roll over and just curl up in a ball and say, I can't make it, because they go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get through life. We gotta be encouraged. Who thinks this planet needs some more encouragement? But you know what? You know what most YouTube channels are saying? Close yourself off from people. They're saying, hey, this is how you make money. Don't tell anybody your ideas. This is how you advance yourself in life. Look, let me tell you something. People are going to hurt you. They're going to love you. They're going to believe in you. They're going to not believe in you. But the bottom line is, I don't care who you are. Everyone needs encouragement. So what I decided to do is I started writing my 6th book, and I hope this one will be a bestseller as well. So get ready. And I'm writing a book called Encouragement Conquers All. 8 principles on how to be the most encouraging person on the planet. So you got to ask yourself, I don't know what your BS is. I don't know if you're BS, but I don't know what your belief system is. But whatever your belief system is, I got that question. Are you the most encouraging person on the planet? And who doesn't want to be remembered when they die as being the most encouraging person on the planet? What, do you want to die and they go, thank goodness he's dead? I mean, come on, seriously, like, you want to like, they go by and go, yeah, he wasn't as good. He's probably in hell. You know what I mean? That guy's probably, is that what we want to say? Like, oh, that guy's probably in hell? Is that what we want to hear? No. What we want to hear is, how can we be that person that when somebody walks by our casket, when we died and we're laying there and only our soul is alive, that person encouraged me so much, believed in me so much, held me accountable to a high standard? Because encouragement is not just about words. It's about holding people to the highest standard possible because you believe in who they are, maybe more than they believe in who they are. And look, I only got to where I was because I found out that God, the Father in heaven, believed that I was this. He believed that I was top notch, that I mattered. And today, I want to tell you that there are people who need to encourage one another. And I can tell you, I'm actually today, this afternoon at 3 o'clock, going to do a team celebration to celebrate 3 years of the Chosen Brotherhood, of a basketball team that I believe God planted in my life that has been a big encouragement. And right now, every one of these players have, given me more gray hairs, have given me more nonsense, like, oh my God, what are you doing? But every single one of these players, even though it's been agonizing and a challenge, it hasn't been easy, every single one of them, in some ways, has been a big encouragement. And I didn't realize how much you could be an encouragement. Do you know the reason that I got inspired? Every book I write, like my first book, Hard as Nails, I wrote it because I didn't know that there were so many people cutting themselves. I didn't know there were so many people that didn't have dads or were raped or molested. And I wrote the book because I wanted everybody to know that let's do something to help people who have gone through tough times. Now, I am actually writing this book because this team taught me that whether they listen, whether they believe what I'm saying, whether they believe what I'm doing, whether they think I'm sincere or insincere, that encouragement is so important. And I just am having a team celebration with all of the players to let them know how encouraged they've been towards my life. And I realized that I need to be even more of an encouragement. And there are two types of encouragement, words and actions. And words can be encouraging to help push people forward to not give up, or help push people forward to hold themselves accountable to be the greatest person they ever could be. Because that's what encouragement's about. It's raising the bar, right? It's their bar is here, and you want to take their bar here. That's what encouragement's all about. Number one, encouragement, it comes from who? God. You see, God's setting the bar. See, if I set the bar, people are like, hey, coach, hey, Justin, hey, dad, hey, husband, you're just top notch. You're one of the best guys around. God doesn't say that to me. God says, yes, I love you for where you're at, but I love you even more, that I want you to be even greater than you ever could imagine or ask. You see, most people, they set a bar and then they say, oh, I'm done. You see, that's not what life's about. God wants to give us the endurance and encouragement. He wants us to have the same attitude towards each other that Christ had for us. You see, that's what the Bible says. The Bible says that, guess what? We have to have an attitude of Christ. Like Christ could have said, look, I've done all I can. I walked on water. I've done all I can. I've, healed thousands of people. Oh, I'm done, right? But he said, no, it ain't done. It ain't done. And you ain't done. I ain't done till we're dead. And what God's done through Christ is he raised the bar, saying, yes, you did these things, but now you're going to give everything. You see, number one, we have to realize that to be an encouragement, it all comes from God, and he's our strength. Encouragement is the act of giving confidence and support and hope to someone in our lives. Encouragement in all walks of life. It's essential for having a remarkable society. And right now, you hear it. Every day you hear it. Oh, man, it's going to be tougher for these kids. Oh, man, it's going to be tougher for our grandkids. Oh, man, it's going to be tougher for you, for me. Well, when it gets tough, guess what we need? We need an encouragement. When it gets tough, what do we need? We need each other. When it gets tough to make a remarkable society, we need to encourage others to be not good. We already made good, but to be great fathers, great mothers, great businessmen, great friends, great enemies, and leaders, to be their very best. At the last tournament we had with our basketball team, I said, look, do your very best, your very best. And we have to ask ourselves that question. Are we doing our very best? As a father, as a grandfather, as a friend, as a wife, as a leader, as an encourager, as an athlete, as a doctor, as a lawyer, our very best. You see, the United States of America, 23% of our country's households are led by a single parent. 23%. You see, encouragement encompasses a body of people dedicated to holding others accountable for being exceptional, for being an unbelievable gift. You see, we never want to hold people accountable to a low bar. You see, that's what we've done in society. I remember one of my friends came to me and said, what are you helping all these kids for? You know they're not even listening. I go, look, they might not listen and they might not change. But for 1 minute, I hope that they believe that one person could believe that they could be exceptional, not just mediocre. That for 1 minute, they could believe that they are a gift from God. They are a gift. And encouragement is giving people the confidence to supersede their own expectations. But how do we do that? We have to be patient with them. We can't just say, oh, it's going to happen overnight. And we can't let people use us. We have to tell them, I know you're using me. I remember telling one of my players, he said, what, you think I'm a moron? I said, really? I know you're using me. And I'm allowing that to happen. But one day, I won't allow it to happen. And you better be ready. And it's on you. We have to be kind. See, kindness isn't weakness. Kindness is saying, stay away from that drug. It's going to F up your life. Kindness is saying, hey, stop beating up on yourself. Get some prayer time in your life. Put your family first, not second, third, fourth, and fifth. We have to be courageous, authentic, loyal, trustworthy, pure-hearted. We have to want the best for one another. We have to be a strong, faith-filled foundation that leaves a great example for the next generation. When we fall down, we get back up again. When we fall down, we get back up again. When we fall down, we get back up again. You see, I did this exercise at our brotherhood retreat. You see, we went away for a couple days. And I did this exercise where I'd ask them, and you might have seen this before because it's on the internet. Other coaches and leaders have done this, where I asked them about 50 to 75 questions, something like this. How many of you have a family member that's in jail right now? Step forward. How many of you have eaten 3 to 5 meals a week together with most of your family members? Step forward. I asked them all these beautiful questions. How many of you have gotten all A's in your life? Step forward. Now, me, I couldn't say that I've gotten all A's in my whole life, so I wouldn't be able to step forward. I would say, hey, I didn't pray 3 to 5 times a week together with my family. I didn't always do that, so I wouldn't step forward. And so we had all these players stepping forward. And some, I looked back as we ended the 50 to 75 questions. And there were 2 or 3 that barely made it away from the fence that they started at. But then I glanced at the crowd of players. And I was kind of looking deeply at who they were. And all of a sudden I saw these 2 African kids who actually moved from Africa around the age of 11 or 12 years old. And I saw that they were in the front of the line with 2 other kids. And I thought, these kids come from poor families. These kids actually would be looked at as somebody that lives in a horrible neighborhood. And I thought, wow, money's not the answer. What is the answer? The answer is a strong, faith-filled foundation, because that's what both these boys have. They have a mom and a dad committed to the kids. They have a mom and dad committed to church. They have a mom and dad committed to the nuclear family. Do you see what I'm saying? It wasn't money that provided the answer. All these YouTube videos out there, what's the answer? Is it money? Seriously? That's what all these kids think is the answer. Why? Because we've taught our culture what people do is more than who people are. Well, who they are. These players' families are a huge encouragement. They are an excellent example of what it means to do your very best, to leave a great legacy and foundation for future generations. That is what we need. They are encouragement. Now, the funniest part of the story is, I remember going over to the house of one of these players and meeting the dad for the first time. And I thought I was so great of a father that my son is asked not to date in high school. He can only date when he gets to college. So I tell the father. And the father looks at me and he says, that is not good. And I go, wait, what do you mean it's not good? See, I was like, my bar's high. I go, oh, wait, you think it's okay to date in high school? He goes, no. He goes, they cannot date in college either. And he goes to his son, right, son? Can you pay for diapers? And so then his son shakes it, no, father. And I'm like, yeah, you can't. That's true. If you can't pay for diapers, you can't date. And I was like, this guy is about accountability and encouragement. He's my favorite guy ever. I was told I'm going to get a meal at their house, so I hope that player invites me over. You see, everyone takes a stance on things. That money means this, or that this means that. But we are forgetting that we need to take a stance as fathers, mothers, friends, brothers, and sisters. A stance that hold people accountable to who they are and what they mean to us. Success isn't the priority. Significance is. The world says that you must hang out with someone because of their status, because they have 4 million followers on social media, or because they're an athlete or a business leader or an influencer. What I'm saying is this: we need to hang out with people who believe that we're significant. You see, every single one of you listening to this YouTube video is significant. Why? Not because you've achieved something, but people will be like, wow. But because there's someone in your life that needs your encouragement. You see, that's what we're significant, that we can be the greatest encourager on the planet. You see, we can't be more concerned with how we're treated or the success and our achievements. We have to be more concerned in how we are going to encourage those, and we can focus on our identity and the core of our importance. You see, every one of you out there are important. And the one thing I know is, my kids always ask me, Dad, how do you know that encouragement matters? And I tell my kids, because I've seen so much suffering. Now I can tell you, when you've seen a lot of suffering, you know that your encouragement matters. When a kid tells you, I don't have a dad, you know it hurt them. You see, they want that encouragement from their dad, but that taught me I need to be a better dad. Now, encouragement is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But we need to commit to one intentional act of encouragement this week. We need to keep it up. Grab a lunch with someone who needs you and your encouragement. Be the first family member to reach out to another family member. Be the first friend to forgive. Be the first person. It says in 1 Thessalonians 5:1, therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. Now, I can tell you, I was just in the car this week, and my wife says, you're supposed to be the most encouraging person on the planet. It doesn't seem like you're that guy. And guess what? I fail at it every day. But I'd rather fail at being great than succeed at being mediocre. You see, that's why we're struggling. We're always giving people our laundry list of all the good things done. Don't you see I helped that person? Don't you see all these things I've done? Let's stop looking at the list of all we've done, and let's do our very best. You will fail. Yes, you will. But if you fail at being great, I promise you, when people walk by your casket and your soul feels and sees in a glorious way that I have no idea, only God knows, the glorious way when you see all those people walking by your casket, and they're going to say, wow, that person was the most encouraging person on the planet. Let's be that person. And when you're not, admit you're wrong and do better. I hope you like this video. There are more encouraging and inspiring videos like this all throughout my YouTube channel. Get on there, get Adjusted Fatica. Check it out. See all the encouraging videos so we can change the world one person at a time. And we can make a world where no one suffers alone. Subscribe now. Come on, let's get these numbers to about 1,000, okay? Help me out, reach out, share this video, and remember that guess what? You are amazing. You're like, no, I'm not. You don't know me. You're right. I don't know you, but your son does. I don't know you, but your friend does. And you might mean nothing to me or somebody else, but guess what? You mean the world to them. Go out and mean the world to them and be the most encouraging person.